Hello, my name is Randy Dobson. I'm an instructor here in the Houston, Texas area, and this video will be a second one in the assembly command within Inventor. The first video kind of showed some basic knowledge that you needed, and now we're going to actually bring in some more parts and assemble them to this main area. If you remember from the first video, I've got this pinned, so that means it's grounded. But now I'm going to go in and instead of going up here, I'm just going to right click, and actually I'm in the wrong one, so we will just go to place components or parts, and I'm going to come down here. If you've got a bunch of different parts, you don't have to place them in there individually. You can do them in a group just by holding down either the shift key between the start and bottom, or if you just have two like me, you can hit that one, hold the control button down, and you can pick them like this if you want. I'm just going to pick these two, hit open, and it brings them in, as you can see, in a little group. It's not a big deal. What I'm going to do is just click here and hit escape. And since they're kind of on top of each other, I'm going to grab one and just move it away. So now I've got the base area, and then I'm going to take these two parts and put them on here. Again, there's different scenarios with this, and I can't cover all of them, but I just want you to kind of get a basic understanding. I think once you know that basic understanding, that you can work with the other things. So let's go to constrain. Constrain is the pretty much the common way that things are put together. I'm going to select constrain and get my menu here. So with constrain, you have assembly, motion, transitional, constraint set. All I'm going to be covering is assembly. Once you have these down fairly well, the other ones will be much easier, but I want you to feel comfortable with the assembly before you attempt anything else. And for your assignments, for right now, it's just going to be using the assembly. You've got four types of assembly. You've got a mate, angle, tangent, and insert in symmetry. Right here is dealing with the selection, because you're going to bring two things together. When the arrow is yellow, that's meaning, or orange, whatever color, nothing is selected. Whenever I do select something, you'll see it turn to white. Here's your offset. Sometimes you may need your face to be offset to where it goes in or out, depending on how you want to place it. You might place two parts that has a gasket between it. So if that gasket is 0.1 thickness, so you would want those parts to be separated by that. Most of the time, people would say, why not put the gasket on first? Well, as you go through these assemblies, you can have hundreds of parts. You may forget that. So at least it would make space for it. And so let's go with just kind of a quick one here. I'm going to select this face right here. And as you notice, the first one turned white. And now I want it to go on to this face. And this one should turn around and flip on top of this and make a noise. You hear that little knocking noise. That's letting you know that this has happened. If this is how you want it to stay, and right here, the solution, you can either do mate or flush. For the most part, we're going to be using mate. So that's what it's going to be. And as you notice, the offset is 0, 0, because I want them to be right on top of each other. Now I hit apply and hit cancel, and that I've put that part together. Now let's go with another one here. I'm going to come back up here to constraints, and still doing the same mate. I'm going to click, and since this is circular, I could come down here and do a center line, but in this case I'm going to do a face, and I'm going to select here, and then I'm going to select this face here. Once again, you hear that knocking noise. If I want to, I could slide this down. Uh, since it is mated, I'm going to hit OK, and I could slide this down to position it wherever I need it to. You could have some construction lines to help you, set your objects. But there I have my object by just snapping and bringing these together. Again, using the cross reference of AutoCAD, because some of you students have AutoCAD experience. It is just like right blocking and bringing blocks in, and you can rotate them and you can position them wherever you want to do that. And so let me kind of undo this here for a second. See how far back it'll let me go. I could come over here to Constraint and pick this point right here and pick this face up here. And once again, there's that knocking noise. If I change this offset to say negative 0.2, as you can see, it's went down because negative is going to go down. And have it situated in there like that, hit apply, and now I have the part within there. Okay, so different ways to place it. As a student, I want you to experiment with the different ones. This is just your basic assembly. There will be more videos, not so much for my AutoCAD courses that also have Inventor, but I will have courses that are strictly Inventor, and you will be seeing more videos going into much more detail on different ones. But that concludes this video on assembly. Thank you.